It's Thursday night football, and you have the 1-2 Cowboys going on the road against the 1-2 New York Giants. But will the Dallas Cowboys be able to stop the 500 yards rushing they have given up? And I'll give you all that and all of the fantasy options you want to consider, all that and more, so stay tuned.
Woo! Coming into your YouTube airwaves, I'm Vaughn, the Stat Man, and welcome to the Stat Room. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Vaughn the Stat Man. You can follow me on Twitter at Vaughn the Stat Man, and guys, check out my website, VaughnTheStatMan.com. All right, guys, so let's get into this slate.
Welcome back, DFS community. I'm Vaughn, the Stat Man, and I have some solid picks in store for you today. And I also have a Patreon account where I do more picks. So if you're interested in the rest of the NFL picks that I will do for this Thursday game, I will do between 4 and 6. And for the weekend, I will do between 10 and 13. I have been hot on my NFL picks. So if you're interested in that, go join my Patreon. It's free, and see what I do. And also, guys, make sure you have your bell icon on. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, because if you watch me more than 3 times, you know you love me. So go ahead and just hit that like button. And in the beginning of the video, I had to put Derrick Henry and Alvin Kamara in the video to show you how bad the Dallas Cowboys defense has been versus the run. They've given up over 500 rushing yards through the first 3 weeks of the season. And then on the short week, they got to go on the road and play another team that has the same elements as to why they got dismantled the first 3 weeks. And let me explain to you what I mean by elements to dismantle a Dallas Cowboy defense. When you're playing a Dallas Cowboy defense, they are undersized on the defensive line. So the way you take advantage of the Dallas Cowboys defense is you have to get a lead on them. They are designed to get pressure on your quarterback when they get a lead. But the way you get Dak off the field is to run. The way you do that is you do what the New Orleans Saints did. The New Orleans Saints had Olave and Shaheed. When you have those fast receivers, that will make Diggs have to play deep. Olave and Shaheed made him play deep, and you had to have both your safeties back, because if you played them one, you saw what happened when Dallas went one-on-one with Shaheed. You saw that, and they gave up this 70-yard touchdown pass. Remember this? So Dallas was like, man, we can't keep him one-on-one, so we got to keep the safety with him. Then on the other side, they tried to play Olave one-on-one. You saw all of the balls that he caught. He didn't get a touchdown, but he was killing them. Now fast forward to the next game against the Baltimore Ravens. They had Flowers and Bateman. They said, Flowers, we're not letting you beat us. They double teamed him all game. They played Bateman one-on-one. He got his first touchdown, and every time that Lamar looked his way, he was open. So then they was like, oh God, what are we going to do? We got Derrick Henry. And then Baltimore had 2 additional players. So they had 4 options that is bad for a Dallas defense. They had a mobile quarterback and a running back, and then 2 fast receivers. Now, if you look at this Giants matchup, the Giants have all 3 that the Ravens had. They got a number 1 that can take you deep in Neighbors. He's going to force them to double team. If you guard Neighbors one-on-one, he will put up 115 yards. I don't care who your cornerback is. If you go on the other side, they have Hyatt, another very fast guy. And if you couple that with a very mobile Daniel Jones, this is why for our first pick, we're going to take Devin Singletary to go higher than 61.5 rushing yards, because I think it's a lot for Dallas to contain. So one of the best picks on this whole slate will be Devin Singletary for more than 61.5 rush yards. I actually love him for the 82.5 rush and receiving yards, because you just never know. The one thing about the NFL, guys, you can't predict turnovers, fumbles, blocked field goals, quarterback fumbling the ball, all of that. So, and if they do get behind, Singletary is excellent in the pass game. So I like him for rush yards, and I also like him for rush and receiving yards. Also, guys, and if you're interested in signing up for Underdog, meaning that you do not have an Underdog account, Underdog will match you up to $1,000 on your first deposit, and they will also, you have to deposit at least $10, and they'll also give you a free protected pick. And all you got to do to get your free pick And your deposit bonus match is to use my code when you sign up. That's all you got to do. So hop on over to Underdog, use my code, sign up, put that code in, and get that free pick so you can win you some money. So guys, without wasting any more of you guys' time, let's go on over to Prize Picks. So before I begin this video, guys, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel and also leave a comment, guys. Thank you. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so now we have Prize Picks pulled up. And I already gave you guys Singletary, so let's add Singletary real quick. Let me spell his name correctly. So now we have Singletary, and we have him for, now he's at 60.5 on here, guys. That's a point. I know it don't sound like a lot, but believe you me, sometimes you win by a point, sometimes you lose by a point. So I do love him for just the points, I mean just for the rush yards, but you never know what kind of game script this could be. So I also love him for rush and receiving yards because he is dangerous in both areas. And like I told you about, the receivers are going to keep the safeties back, so when he catches one-on-one, he's with the linebackers one-on-one. So either pick works, guys. You can go for the 81.5 rush and receiving yards, or you can go with the 60.5 rush yards. All right, guys, so now let's go and get our next pick. And the next pick is going to be Prescott. And with Dak Prescott, guys, he's at 262 passing yards. I'm going to take that for less, and I'm going to show you why. All right, guys, so as you can see on the screen, we got Dak Prescott pulled up. And we got his passing numbers pulled up, guys. They got him at 262.5. So we look at it, it looks pretty good for 2024, right? You see him going up 179, 293, 379. But this is where it gets interesting. Look at his head-to-head matchups against the New York Giants. He's missed it in 3 out of 5 games. But let's take it a step further. Let's look at away. He hasn't gotten it one time in away games. And also, guys, when you look at this Giants defense, they're giving up about 205 passing yards a game. And they played some pretty solid teams. They played Minnesota. I think Minnesota has better offensive skill position players than Dallas does. I would say Justin Jefferson is better than CeeDee Lamb, in my opinion. And Addison is better than Cook, in my opinion. So I really like this New York Giants defense. And they also have Burns that came over from the Carolina Panthers, and you saw what he did to Deshaun Watson. They made Cleveland, who had a top 10 offensive line, look bad in Cleveland's house. Now it's a short week. I really think that this New York Giants defense is going to step up. So this is the reason why I like Dak Prescott to go under 262.5. All right, guys, so that is why I like Singletary to go over 60.5 rush yards, and why I think Dak Prescott will go under 262.5. I believe this New York Giants defense with Burns, the new defensive end, is going to get pressure on Dallas. And remember this, guys, the reason why you saw all of those pass yards last week, because the Ravens got a big and they went to a zone defense, and they was in a bend but don't break. If the game is close, they're going to double team CeeDee Lamb, and they're going to say, all right, Cook, get 150 yards. Ferguson, get 100 yards. And I don't think they can do that. So that's it, guys. So, guys, don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And, guys, don't forget to think and ink. That means write it down so that way it can come true. So good hunting on Thursday Night Football. Love you guys. If you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and also leave a comment. Thank you, guys. Again, love you guys.